ring on my finger? And I said, no, I don't want to wear it. What do you think she would think? Oh, we're married, but I don't want to wear a wedding ring. She'd look at me like, well, why not? By the way, when you say, well, I'll get saved, but I don't want to get baptized, Jesus looks at you and says, why not? You ashamed to be saved? You ashamed that I shed my blood on the cross for your sins? You don't want to get baptized? What are you ashamed of? You ashamed for other people to know that you put your faith in me? And not in a church, and not in yourself, and not in good works, but you actually put your faith in Jesus Christ only? Are you ashamed for others to know that? Why won't you get baptized? Huh. That Lord's Supper there, you're only invited to take it if you're saved and if you've been baptized. There's a third requirement, and that is after we examine ourselves, and this is something that you've got to do for yourself. There's different kinds of teaching on this, and I won't get dogmatic about it. I won't get strict in one way or the other. It's not super clear. But let me just say the Bible does say that you're to examine yourself. Let me show you the passage here in 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 20. The Apostle Paul says, when ye come together, therefore, into one place. I'm talking about coming to church. When you all come to church now, when you all come together here, he says, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper. Hold on a second. What he's saying is this. He says, that's not the main purpose that you come, is to eat the Lord's Supper. In other words, what happened in Corinth is you had a bunch of people saying, hey man, it's supper down at the church tonight. Woo, let's go eat. No, he says, that's not what it's about. It's not about, man, I'm hungry, let's go to the church and have Lord's Supper. He says, no. He said, what he's saying to them is, when you come together to have a Lord's Supper, he says, you're not really having the Lord's Supper. That's what he's telling them. He says, I don't know what you're doing, but it's not the Lord's Supper. That's what he's telling them. He says, so when you all come together in one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper. He says, for in eating, everyone taketh before other his own supper. And one is hungry, and another is drunken. What? Have ye not houses to eat and to drink in?